So now that you've seen ports and profiles, it's time to take a look at what a control point is. A control point is the iPad, the router control panel, or the web interface. These are three different examples of a control point. Let's look at how to configure the router to talk to these different devices. Now, before we get started, take a note of the IP address on the control panel. In addition, if you want an iPad to be a control point, navigate to the router, enter a name of the control point, iPad, and press request. Now, the iPad has requested that it be a control point. And the last thing we want to do is add the browser as a control point. So let's go in here and name this control point and say request. Okay, now navigate to the control points menu and notice there's two requests for pending authorizations, one from the iPad and one from the browser. So first, let's pick a profile that we want to be on the control point. So we have the default that we looked at before, and we have the example that we made earlier. Click that and say authorize. Now the iPad is authorized, and we can do the same. Let's make the factory default be on the browser, and we can authorize that. Now, remember that control panel? The IP address you would type in here. Pick a profile and type in a name. Okay? Panels are different than web and iPad control points because they don't have a user interface for you to type in all this information. You type it in here and add it as a control point. As we hit save, the panel has the profile assigned to it, and it is now an enabled control point. Now, if we refresh the iPad screen, it now has the control point is enabled, and it has the profile that we had selected to be on this control point.